Wide receiver is August and Colbert. And up to the line step the Bruins. Pitch out, fumble. L.D. Bell recovers the ball. First turnover for L.D. Bell.
First turnover for the Bruins. David, you got a little excited on that one, didn't you?
Number 53, John Nichols, recovered the ball. So far, L.D. Bell has been outgained 70 yards to 11. And L.D. Bell can finally get something going right here with the ball at their own 42-yard line.
Presnall was intercepted. That was Bell's first turnover. And then the Brewers fumbled. And so each team has a turnover.
So L.D. Bell takes over the 42-yard line. Presnall rolling to his left. It's on the keeper. He's down to the 45-yard line. Bruin trailing him all the way. Offense for L.D. Bell. Greg Presnall, the quarterback. In of the two tailbacks will be Warden Collins, switching off every other play as the fullbacks do, Jenkins and Darden. And in at center we'll either see Randy Hobart or Vince Burkett. And it is Burkett. We'll have two men in the backfield. That is Darden and Collins, two men split out to the left. Split end and the flanker. Presnall hands off to Collins. Collins gets maybe two on the play. The defense for the Beaumont Westbrook Bruins. The nose guard is Darrell Carter, who also plays on offense. The two tackles will be Zoch and Ball. Defensive ends Harmon Payne. The linebackers Johnson and Walker. The two cornerbacks Colbert Norwood. The safeties Norwood and Coleman. L.D. Bell. Third down and 5 situation. Bell needs to get on track. Passing up the middle. Incomplete pass to Randy Bernard.
So far in the game, Presnall has passed 4 times, but hasn't completed a one of them.
We'd like to recap for you what has not been televised. L.D. Bell took the ball in their first possession to the 20-yard line, gained 9 yards, had to punt it away. Toby Emerson shanked one off his right foot to the 47-yard line of Bell, and Bruins were able to take the ball in. Colbert on a 32-yard pass from Landry. Punting is Toby Emerson. It's going to be a fair catch, and this bounce, excellent punt. L.D. Bell gets away a beautiful punt inside the 5-yard line. Toby Emerson punted the ball one more time after he shanked it, and he got away a beautiful 40-yarder, and this one is even longer. So L.D. Bell puts the Bruins in a hole. This is the Beaumont Bruins' 4th possession of the night. There is only 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And so far, the first quarter, it's been all Bruins. Gerald Landry is the quarterback. He's going to hand off the ball, the excellent running back for the Bruins, but he has stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
Ball has been an excellent running back for this Bruin team. He has 990 yards, and he averages 6.9 yards a carry.
He has also taken the ball into the end zone 6 times. L.D. Bell, Blue Raiders defense. Ron Cedrone, Jenkins, Caesar, Beckelman, Nichols, Auberry, Carter, Keck, Hare, and Droke. Second down and 10. Landry will throw again. He's in the end zone. Look out. He throws this one up for grabs. It's out of bounds. Intending the ball for number 15, Kevin Randall, who is also the kicker for the Bruins. Bring up a third down and 10.
Landry was in a tight position at that moment. He was in the end zone, and he could have been sacked very easily.
Well, Mike, that's the end of the first quarter, and it's been all Bruins. The Bruins have outgained the Raiders 84 yards to 14. So far, the LD Bell Blue Raiders have not been able to pick up a first down. The Bruins have 4. There has been 1 penalty tonight, and that has been against the Blue Raiders. Mike, it's an interesting situation of how the Bruins came to be. They were a Class 4A team last year, but because of a desegregation ruling made by a court judge, Hebert had to combine with another school in their district, thus making up the Westbrook Bruins, and an excellent team they are indeed. 10-4-1 in the regular season, runner-up in their district, but they have come a long way from their regular 6-4 on the year. So Landry will be the quarterback. We'll have Thomas in as the center. It'll be a handoff around the left end. He's got some running room. Tripped up. Brent Hare tripped him up. Tyrone McCarty on the carry. That'll be another first down for the Bruins. LD Bell needs to contain the runners of the Bruins from running around the left and right sides. Bruins have excellent speed. Gary Ball is coming off the field now for the Bruins. It'll be a pitch back. Good blocking by the Bruins on that play. Once again, number 33, Tyrone McCarty on the carry. Quick 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 now for the Bruins.
So far this season, McCarty has 617 yards and 12 TDs.
He is averaging 3.9 yards a carry. Jerry Ball is in once again. He has gained now over 1,000 yards on the season. It'll be Ball once again. Up wide hole up the middle. He's brought down at midfield. Brought down by number 20, Brent Hare.
The Raiders have to stop this inside games. The Brewers are not only gaining yardage on the ground, but they are gaining yardage through the air.
So far, it's been a one-sided ball game. LD Bell has only trailed in 2 games this year, and they were able to come back and tie one and advance in the playoffs on penetrations, and they were able to come back in the other one and win it. LD Bell is 14-0-1 on the season. It'll be a pitch back. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage is McCarty, number 83. That'll be Lee Beckelman.
Beckelman read that play all along. He just saw that the fake was up the middle and went to the running back, McCarty.
Lee Beckelman is one of those excellent juniors that the LD Bell Blue Raiders have on their team, and he'll be very good next year. So Westbrook takes over at the 45-yard line. That is a 5-yard loss. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 15. We'll have McCarty and Ball in the backfield. Trying to throw, brought down, gain of maybe a yard on the play. Number 76, Ron Cedrone, the nose guard, on the tackle.
Looks like to me, Dave, that the Raiders are settling down and starting to play good defensive ball like they have all year.
Well, Mike, the Bruins got off to an awfully fast start, and Bell had been unable to contain them. But right now, Bell's defense is starting to tighten up. That'll be 3rd down and 14. Ball spotted on the 46-yard line. Draw play up the middle. Ball going nowhere. LD Bell Blue Raiders on the tackle.
I think the Raiders were going in to rush the passer that time, but and the defensive unit just happened to be there.
Number 15, Kevin Randall, will do the punting chores for the Bruins. Back to recover the kickoff. Raiders will get a flag on that play, roughing the punter. And that is something that the LD Bell Blue Raiders do not need to do, is make mistakes in a big football game like this. This is the 1982 5A state championship. Both of these teams have come a long way to get here, and they do not need to make mistakes. LD Bell's defense on the year has only had 5 penalties against them, and this will be 6. That's averaged out to only 1 penalty against the defense every 3 games. They're going to mark off a big 15 yards. That'll give the Bruins excellent field position. There's 8:27 remaining here in the first half. The LD Bell Blue Raiders offense is a time-consuming offense. They like to run the ball on the ground, and if they get behind by a lot, then Bell's in trouble. Bell has been untested as far as trying to score a lot of points, and it's an incomplete pass by Landry. There is a flag down on the field, though.
Looked to me like it might have been a offside line movement, or yeah, it was a legal motion.
Well, that'll set back the Bruins. LD Bell Blue Raiders down 7-0 so far here in the first half at the Astrodome in Houston. LD Bell has played on artificial turf 6 times this year, and the Bruins have played all of their playoff games here at the Astrodome, so they are familiar with the turf. Landry is going to pass, looking downfield. Fumble. They're going to say it was an incomplete pass. Intended for Jerry Ball. Excellent hit by the LD Bell defender.
David, looked like on that play that the pass was thrown, it was caught, and Jerry Ball turned around and he was hit immediately.
Mike, I thought he had possession of the ball, but the referee says he did not hold on. A reverse around the left end. Number 13, Bradley Johnson on the carry. He fumbles the ball. LD Bell has recovered. LD Bell gets their second turnover of the night against the Bruins.
Looked like the ball was stripped immediately as he was going down. There is an injured Bruin player on the field. I think it was the ball carrier. The coaches are out and they're attending to him right now.
That's the first trick play of the game. Bruins trying an end-around run, but it did not succeed. So LD Bell takes over at the 40-yard line. Mike, how many possessions so far have the Raiders had?
4, David.
LD Bell punted on their first 2 possessions. Greg Presnall threw an interception on his 3rd possession. That was Presnall's 7th pass intercepted this year. 3 of those came in one game, the area game in the playoffs. And the player is up and all right. That's number 13, as Mike said, the man who carried the ball, Bradley Johnson. Greg Presnall has thrown for 7 touchdowns this year. Well, LD Bell offense taking over in good field position. They have not ran more than 3 plays in 1 possession. They have not picked up a first down. Not typical of this LD Bell Blue Raider offense. A very strong and powerful team.
David, I think now that the Raiders have good field position. I think they'll be able to move it in. Maybe not a touchdown, but possibly a field goal.
Mike Bell needs to calm down, settle down before they can do anything. I believe this is an important drive. And on the carry, number 34, Tom Jenkins, picks up the first down, the first down for the Raiders. L.D. Bell uses 4 men in their backfield as running backs. They switch off the 2 tailbacks and the 2 fullbacks, which is also the L.D. Bell Blue Raiders coaches, since it worked so well, started doing it at other positions at the center and also on defense. And it has helped this L.D. Bell Blue Raider team stay fresh all the way through the game. That is a key factor in this game. L.D. Bell needs to be fresh early in the second half. Pitch by Presnall didn't work. Tom Jenkins. That'll bring up a second down to 13 of loss of 3 on the play. Mike, on the regular, through the rest of the previous games that Bell has had, their defense has caused 27 more turnovers than the Blue Raiders have committed, so that's a very impressive statistic. Presnall, he's going to roll to his left. He has nobody open downfield. Tried to throw it Bernard. It's incomplete. That was excellent coverage by the defensive backs of the Bruins. Well, you can't throw to receiver if he's got a man all over him. Bring up a big third down and 13 for the Raiders. They have accumulated only 24 yards so far in the first half. L.D. Bell, big third down play. They haven't had more than 3 plays on one drive. This is the 4th play of this drive. It's a screen to Bernard. Bernard to the 48-yard line. Short of the first down, way short. Bell will have to punt it again. Pick up a 4 on the play. We'll see Toby Emerson one more time. Well, Emerson has punted 3 times so far. Colbert and Landry to return the kick. Colbert calls a fair catch. Once again, Emerson getting off an excellent punt. First down and 10 for the Bruins.
The Raiders are putting the Bruins back in their own territory on the last 2 possessions, but the Bruins just seem to come out of the hole and open it up.
Bruins came out awfully fast. They were fired up. Bell taken by surprise. Bell is ranked number 1 in state by the Harris rating system. Bruins are ranked number 2. Landry going to pass again. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Flag on the play. It was after the play had occurred. This could be very interesting.
Dave, I think it could be roughing the passer or against Bell.
The signal is against the Bruins. Mike, there was a group of players down there in a pile-up, and they were going to call it against the Bruins. Not really exactly sure what it was. It's a personal foul against the Bruins. It had occurred after the play. So that's the first penalty against the Bruins. That'll set them back 5 yards. Second down and 15. Ball will be spotted on the 3-yard line. There's a timeout on the field.
Dave, this Westbrook team has come out fired up. Although they only have 7 points on the board, that is good enough to seal the game. But it's only the second quarter, and Bell can come back and win it. But they've got to do so by controlling the ball and moving it down into the end zone.
Well, Bell's defense has been known to bend a little, but they've been able to come up with the big plays this year. They have yet to be broken. They have not lost a game. They are 14-0-1. But the Raiders are down 7-0 as of right now. Bell is expecting pass. They will see if they'll get it. They'll have 3 men in the backfield. It was a wing-back situation. Third down and 12 now.
That was Terrence McCarty on the carry.
Terrence McCarty scored 12 touchdowns this year for the Bruins. He is one of 2 excellent backs on this Bruin team. It'll be McCarty again, trying to go around the left end, but he'll be stopped. The Bruins will have to punt the ball away. L.D. Bell's Blue Raider defense is starting to tighten up. Number 40, Lance Albury, on the play. Kevin Randall will do the punting chores for the Bruins. We'll have Napton back and Hare back. Fair catch called at the 41-yard line. So the L.D. Bell Blue Raiders take the ball over in excellent field position. 6th possession of the night for L.D. Bell. The most possessions they've had in the playoffs. They had 18 against San Angelo, but that was in muddy weather. There is no rain inside the Astrodome, and the field is not muddy, it's artificial turf. It'll be a handoff up the middle, a quick 5 yards for the Raiders. Darren Darden on the carry. Darren Darden had an excellent year this year.
Darden has 850 yards on the year with a 6.1 average per carry, and he's had 7 TDs.
So L.D. Bell, 2nd down and 5. It'll be a handoff. Ward has the first down and more. Tom Ward takes the ball down to the 25-yard line. Tom Ward is that short yardage man for L.D. Bell. He's been able to punch the ball across the goal line 19 times on the ground for Bell.
Looked like on that play it was another one of those famous Blue Raider trap plays.
And Mike, that was only the second first down of the first half for L.D. Bell. Bell will have 2 men in the backfield. It'll be a handoff up the middle once again. Darden. L.D. Bell feels as if they can't trap against this Bruin team. So L.D. Bell picking up good yardage on the ground on this drive.
The Raiders don't have big backs. They don't have one back that's 6 foot or over, and they all weigh a little under 200 pounds.
They're not fast either, but they get the yardage for you. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Handoff up the middle once again. L.D. Bell, first down. 2 straight first downs for L.D. Bell. That was Tom Ward on the carry.
Ward has 876 yards for the year on 162 attemptions.
Mike, up until this time, this game has been dominated by the Bruins. But if L.D. Bell can put this ball across the end zone line, this game is all tied up.
The fans are on their feet, and they're waiting for the next play.
We'll have Albert as the wide receiver, split to right, but it's going to be a handoff. Good penetration by the defensive line of the Bruins. On the carry was Reggie Collins. He was brought down by Brad Ager, number 41. So that'll bring up a big 2nd down and 11 for the Raiders.
Raiders don't seem to have as good a luck going around the ends as they do straight up the middle.
Clock is winding down. 7:15. Ball spotted on the 14-yard line. Second down and 11 for the Raiders. We'll have Allers put to the right. It's going to be a handoff once again. Ward, good yardage, bulling his way across the 10-yard line.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 situation. And the Raiders need to score right here, David, to get back in this ever so close ball game.
Mike, they've ran the ball now 6 straight times. And they now have 4 first downs. So on this drive, Bell being able to pick up 2 first downs, whereas the rest of the game they'd been able to pick up only 2. There is only 2:50 remaining. So L.D. Bell, excellent position to put the ball across the goal line.
Fresnal, Bell's quarterback, has only been able to complete 1 pass out of 6 attempts.
Excellent coverage by that Bruins secondary. Fresnal not being able to find a man open at all. He has had 1 pass intercepted tonight. So L.D. Bell steps up to the line of scrimmage. We'll have 3 men in the backfield for Bell. Fresnal is going to hand it off. Bell's not going to pick up the first down. On the carry was Tom Ward. We'll see what Bell decides to do right here. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be against the Bruins. 12 men on the field, I think.
Either that or unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, the referees were stopping some Bruin players from going off the through and then one of the referees threw his flag up in the air. And we'll see here in just a moment what the penalty will be. Referee is going to mark it off against the Bruins. Ball will be spotted at the 4-yard line.
The Bruins do have had 3 penalties, each of 5 yards.
It was holding against the Bruins, but the flag was thrown after the play. Once again, we'll have 3 men in the backfield for the Raiders. Ward trapped behind the line of scrimmage. Number 44, Jerry Ball on the play. Ball, a 2-way player for this Bruin team. So L.D. Bell in a 3rd down and 3 situation.
Looks like they're going to try for the 3 points.
We'll have Randy Davis in to kick the field goal. It's up. And it's good. L.D. Bell finally gets on the scoreboard. That was Randy Davis's 8th field goal of the season. He now has 80 points on the year. L.D. Bell being able to move the ball finally on the ground downfield. Bell had 8 plays on that drive, starting from their 41-yard line. On to kick the ball for Bell will be Phil Clark. We'll have Norwood back to return the kick. And number 11, Darrell Colbert, who scored the only touchdown in the game. Bell kicks a squibbler. It's taken at the 25, brought down at the 31-yard line. Number 54 on the play for Bell. That's Ray Cairns. The Bruins taking over for their 6th time tonight. There is only 1:44 remaining in the first half. Bruins offense has been able to churn out 134 yards. Handoff up the middle, ball. First down, Jerry Brawl. Brought down by Lance Auberry, the linebacker. Another first down, that's number 8 for the Bruins on the night. Bell has only 3. Thomas will be the center for the Bruins. High formation. Landry's going to pass again. He might run. Landry is an excellent runner. He's going to scramble. And he's sacked. A big loss for the Bruins. What a play by number 53, John Nichols, the defensive end. Landry's running around in that backfield. He could not find a man open, so L.D. Bell's defensive secondary doing an excellent job on covering that play. There's going to be a timeout called now by the Bruins. So we have a big 2nd down and 20 for the Bruins. John Nichols, who made the tackle, comes in on only passing situations and making a key play for the Raiders right there.
John Nichols has been playing excellent defensive ball for the Raiders this year.
So the Bruins stepping up to the line of scrimmage now. They'll have a man split out to the left, a man to the right. 2 men in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. Excellent yardage, Jerry Ball. He picks up 12 on the play. Bring up a big 3rd down and 8. So once again, Jerry Ball on the carry. I'm surprised that the Bruins have been able to pick up any yardage at all up the middle. L.D. Bell thought that their key was to be able to stop Ball and McCarty from running straight ahead. We'll see Landry throw again. Had a man open. Underthrew him. Number 21, Tony Moore, converging on the pass. Pass intended for Kevin Randall. So, we'll see the Bruins kick the ball away one more time. There's only 20 seconds remaining. The ball is spotted on the 42-yard line.
This is going to be Westbrook's only the 3rd punt they've had to punt today.
Bell's had to punt the ball away 4 times. Randall punting for Bell. Ball takes an excellent roll inside the 20-yard line. There's only 9 seconds remaining. Bell will not have much time. Probably run one play, and that'll be the end of the first half.
I think that Presnell will come out and try to throw the long bomb.
Greg Presnell's not been able to find any men open So far not. He has only connected on one pass. Bruins defense doing an excellent job. So the Raiders take over the ball at the 17-yard line. It'll be Presnell. Handoff up the middle to Ward, and that'll be the end of the first half. The Bruins were able to rack up 148 yards. The LD Bell Blue Raiders 68. But the score is the Bruins 7 and the Raiders 3. Raiders able to keep the score close. For the LD Bell Blue Raiders marching band is Roger Winslow. The assistants is Ernie Repass and Dana Roethlisberger. The drill team captain is Jan Lynch. The second half of this 1982 Texas State Championship football game with the LD Bell Blue Raiders against the Westbrook Bruins. The Bruins are leading the Raiders 7-3.
Dave, let's recap the first half. The Bruins have 145 yards, while the Raiders only have 58. The Bruins have 8 first downs, and the Raiders only have 3. The Bruins have run off 31 plays to the Raiders 25. In the quarterback situation, Fresno has hit 1 of 6 passes. Landry has hit 2 of 8 passes and 1 TD. It was a 32-yard pass to Colbert, and it was a touchdown.
It was also on the very first possession by the Bruins after a shanked punt by Toby Emerson.
Late in the second quarter, the Raiders were penetrating inside of the Bruin territory, and the Raiders defense had been stopping the Bruin offense.
Well, we're looking forward to an exciting second half here in the Houston Astrodome. Both of these teams have come a long way this year, and onto the field come the Blue Raiders. Both of these teams have come a long way this year. This is the 16th game of the football season.
Since both teams' colors are blue, the Raiders will be wearing white uniforms and the Bruins will be wearing their blue uniforms. The Raiders are the visiting side.
And the Raiders won the coin toss in the first half, and they elected to receive. The Raiders took the ball from their 20, moved it to the 29, had to punt the ball away, and that's when Emerson punted a 19-yarder, and that gave the Bruins excellent field position. They were able to move it in. And the Bruins, early in the first quarter and late in the first quarter and early in the second, were still able to move the ball against the Raiders, but they made a couple of key turnovers, and the Raiders defense late in the second quarter were able to stifle Bruin drives. Referee goes through the preliminary of letting the fans know who is to receive the kick and who is to kick off. So Bell should be punting the ball off in 1 moment.
The kicker for the Raiders will be Philip Clark.
Bill Clark is a junior. LD Bell have 3 kickers on their team. They have Toby Emerson to punt the ball, Randy Davis to kick the extra points and field goals, and Phil Clark to kick off. There's no main reason why Clark kicks off and Davis doesn't. It just gives Phil Clark playing time. Phil Clark is an excellent kicker.
He is also a junior. The Raiders need to come out, David, in this half and score some points and get back into the ball game.
Mike, the Bruins were able to capitalize very fast at the beginning of the game, and it seemed as if the Raiders just couldn't quite get on track. But in the second quarter, the Raiders started to look like the football team that they really are. And I'm looking forward to a very exciting second half here in the Astrodome.
And so am I, David, so am I.
All right, the Blue Raiders are fixing to kick off. Raiders kick an onside kick.
And the Bruins recover. It will give the Westbrook Bruins excellent field position.
That ball took some strange bounces. It looked like it was going to go the full 10 yards, but then it seemed to jump back a couple of yards, and the Bruins will take over an excellent field position. You really can't blame the Raiders for trying something like that. They need to get on track somehow. Raiders have pulled that play several times during the year, and it's worked very successfully. But it fails this time. We'll have Gerald Landry in as the quarterback. Man in motion. Landry will hand it off the ball, the big running back, and he is cut down. Excellent play by the Blue Raiders defense. Number 53 on the play, John Nichols.
These teams are two very different style teams. While the Raiders concentrate on ball control, and the Bruins concentrate on their quick speed and big plays.
Well, bring up a 2nd down and 9, gain of just 1 on the play. Handoff once again, ball up the middle.
And there's a flag on the field.
Ball somehow was able to squirm for the extra yardage pick up 1st down, but there is a flag on the field.
It's going to be offside on Westbrook. These penalties are costing Westbrook big plays and good yardage.
There was a situation in the 2nd quarter where L.D. Bell was going to take the ball over in excellent field position, but they had a roughing the punter, and it gave the ball back to the Bruins, and Bruins were able to use up some valuable time.
The Bruins now have been penalized 5 times for a total of 25 yards. The Raiders have only been penalized once for 15. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 14 yards to go.
Billy Ray Thomas is the center. We'll have Darrell Colbert, number 11, split to the right. It's a passing situation. Landry looking for Colbert.
And he was wrapped up very quickly on that play.
Short sideline pass to Colbert. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 after the penalty. Looks like another possible passing situation. Jeffrey August is in the game now, split out to the left. We'll have Colbert to the right. Landry is going to pass. He's going deep. Down the field, he has his man open. He has Colbert inside the 30-yard line.
An excellent catch in the midst of a few Raiders.
Bruins able to pull off another big play.
I tell you, David, these Bruin receivers are quick, they're fast, and the Raiders have just got to stop them. They've got to shuck them on the line, knock them down, do anything to stop them from getting out in the open field.
Colbert's a blue chipper. He'll go fast into college. Highly drafted young football player. Handoff, ball up the middle. Ball gets some good yardage out of that play. 2nd down and 2. Quick 8 yards for ball.
This Bruin offense looks like it did in the 1st quarter, but it did falter out in the 2nd quarter of play.
Well, right off the bat here in the 2nd quarter, they have the momentum running their way. It'll be 2nd down to 3, 7 yards gained on the play. Ball will be spotted at the Raider 23-yard line. Raiders down by 4. Two wide receivers in the game. It'll be a handoff. Number 33, Trent McCarty on the carry.
I believe you got the 1st down on that one. They're going to bring out the chains.
Bruins have 8 first downs. The Raiders only have 3. 2 of the Raiders' first downs came on the drive that eventually led to the Raider field goal. Both of these teams familiar with artificial turf. Raiders played several times at Texas Stadium and UTA Maverick Stadium. And the Bruins have played all of their playoff games here at the Astrodome. It's going to be short of a 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and inches. Landry, the quarterback, has not run the ball very much tonight, but he is an excellent runner.
I believe they'll try a pass on this one, Dave.
Well, Landry, it's on the keeper 1st down, but there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be offsides against the offense.
I thought they might have tried to trick the Raiders with a pass. It looks like the penalty is going to go against the Raiders.
Well, that'll bring up a 1st down.
That's going to be their 2nd defensive penalty.
Referee marking the ball off. Ball spotted just inside the 15-yard line. Another first down. That's 9 now for the Bruins.
The Bruins are threatening right here.
Bruins once again will have August split out to the right. He's throwing. Number 11, Colburn, inside the 10. They'll spot it at the 9-yard line. Quick 5 yards on that play.
Landry has come out passing in this first drive. He's thrown 3 passes and has completed 3 passes.
Bring up second down and say 4 yards to go. Landry has completed on the season 47% of his passes. Looks like he's going there again. Has a big rush on him. The ball is batted up in the air by a Blue Raider. Good pressure on the quarterback that time. Lee Beckelman in on the play. Beckelman had a very important sack in the first half of this ball game. Landry has been dropped twice. Blue Raiders defense does not give up 2 touchdowns a game. They've only done it twice this year. They need to stifle the Bruins right here. Pitch out. Good blocking in the end zone. Terrence McCarty for the touchdown. McCarty running a sweep to the left. The Westbrook Bruins take a 13-3 lead.
On the year, McCarty has 12 touchdowns and 617 yards. And the kick is good. The score now is Westbrook 14, Bell 3.
Eric Goff there kicking the ball through the uprights. There's a man injured on the field. It is a Blue Raider. A Blue Raider is down on the field. It's number 20, Brent Hare, the defensive halfback. Brent Hare is a key man in that defensive backfield of the Raiders. He looks like he's in pain. They're looking at his knees. Doc Kinsing is out there checking Hare's. There is 8:27 remaining in the third quarter. Bell has never been more than 1 touchdown down in a football game, but right now they are down by 11 points.
And Brent Hare is up, and he's being helped off the field. It looks to have been maybe something wrong with his right leg, David.
Kevin Randall will be set to kick off for the Bruins. Brett Hare also returns kick, so let's see who will be in his place. We'll have Tom Ward and Darren Darden will be set back to return the kick. LD Bell Blue Raiders onside kick did not work, and the Bruins were able to score a touchdown. And now the Bruins are kicking off to the Raiders. Be the first possession of the second half for the Raiders. It'll be Ward. Ward is to the 10. He's got some blockers. He's still on his feet. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Good return by Tom Ward.
That was an excellent return, David. He looked like he might have been stopped around the 25-yard line, but he just kept going. all the way to the 31-yard line.
Mike, LD Bell is a ball control team. There is 8:19 remaining in the third quarter. I believe they're going to have to get a real good drive going to stay in this football game.
They're going to have to get this drive and go on the next one and score.
They'll have Stacy Allers-Flett to the right, 2 men in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff. Jenkins gains maybe 3 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 for Bell. Greg Presnall has not had one of his better nights. Presnall has completed on the season 52% of his passes for 7 touchdowns. He has thrown 1 interception tonight, and he's been able to complete on only 1 pass. Presnall fakes a handoff. He rolls to the right. Just overthrows Tom Jenkins at the 45-yard line.
Presnall just doesn't seem to himself. He is overthrowing his passers.
The last team that the Bruins played was in the semifinals, and it was against Judson Converse. And the quarterback for Judson Converse was used to playing on artificial turf that was crowned, which means it had a sort of a runoff for the water. But since it's a dome stadium, it doesn't have that, and it might also be affecting Presnall. Presnall fakes once. Look out. He finally gets the ball away, but they're going to say he was down. They're going to say he was down.
I don't think he was. He hit, it looked like Tommy Jenkins right in the numbers with the ball. Yes,
and now the referee changes his mind, Mike. They're going to bring it back to the line of scrimmage, and I believe rightfully so. He threw the ball as he was going down. He was able to get it off, trying to throw it to Tom Jenkins. We'll see the barefooted Toby Emerson punting once again. He has a rush on him, but he is able to get the ball away, and it bounces inside the 40 and down to the 35-yard line.
Well, the Bruins are controlling this ball game. The Raiders just have to stop the Bruins right here and get the ball and go down and score.
Mike, that was another good punt by Toby Emerson under pressure, and he gets it away. It's a 35-yard punt. Just around Emerson's average on the season. So, once again, the Bruins will take over for the 2nd time in the second half. The Bruins have accumulated 192 yards against the Raiders. The Raiders do not give up more than 131 on the year average. So this Bruin is a tough football team. Once again, Landry's going to the air. Just overthrows his man. Number 80, August, on the play. Randy Davis, the defensive back. Mike, this is a very well-balanced Bruin team. Bruins mixing up their running and passing very effectively.
The Raiders have only allowed 7.1 points a game, and their total points allowed is 106.
The Bruins are averaging 24 points a game. Ball on the carry. That'll bring up a 2nd down and say 6. So 4-yard gain on that play. The clock is counting down, 6:53 remaining. The ball will be spotted on the 39-yard line.
The Raiders have got to buckle down here and stop them.
Landry has 2 receivers and 2 men in the backfield. Once again, Landry's going to throw. He has pressure on him. He's sacked. Fumbles the ball, recovered by a Bruin at the line of scrimmage. So I'll bring up 4th down.
Looked like he recovered the fumble and rambled for about 3 or 4 yards on that.
That was Jerry Ball recovering the ball. After scoring on their first drive in the second half, we will see the Bruins punting the ball away.
This is only their 2nd time to punt tonight.
Kevin Randall gets away a high ball, takes a bounce, taken by a Raider. That's Tom Ward to the 30-yard line. 5:56 remaining in the third quarter. Tom Ward returns the punt for 5 yards. And the Raiders take over for the second time in the half. LD Bell Blue Raiders are down 14-3. They have come from a 3-7 record last year to a 14-0-1 record this year. They're not going to give up. Presnell makes a handoff. He rolls to the right. He looks. He has the man, Darden. Presnell completes the second pass of the night. Right on the money. There is a player down for the Bruins.
David, I think that's what the Raiders need to do. They need to throw quick passes to their backs, get a few yards on the ground, run up the middle. They can't run around the end on this team because they're too fast. They need to just dump it off to their backs.
Mike, Keith Zarch was injured on that play.
Looked like he went up to get Presnell, try to sack him, and one of the linemen cut his feet out from under him.
And the All-State player, Darryl Carter, the nose guard, will come into the football game. So it's a second down and 2. Bell will hand off. Darden once again. Darden has excellent hold. He can run. Just bulls over some Bruins inside the 50 down to the 48, 47-yard line. A first down for the LD Bell Blue Raiders.
Baron Darden has a total of 42 points on the year. He has scored on 7 touchdowns.
Mike, that's the Raiders' first down of the second half and only the 4th of the football game.
Right here, the Raiders need to do it. They need to drive down and get in that end zone.
Two of the best teams in the state of Texas fighting it out for the state crowd. Handoff once again, Darden. That's something that Tim Edwards has been able to do. He has such 4 good backs. When one of them seems to be doing a little better than the others, he's able to key on that player and let that player do his thing.
And Darden has been having a good afternoon today.
It's been successful. That's what's put the Raiders here. A team of no superstars, yet as a team, they are superstars. We'll have Mike Fielder split to the left. Presnell's rolling to the right. He's looking for one of his backs. It's Darden again. There's a flag on the play. It might be holding. It is holding against the Raiders. Number 50, Tom Middow. Holding number 71. That was Keith Zarch who's back in again after missing one play. Good time pass by Presnell and Darden, but the penalty will cost them. Presnell does an excellent job in rolling out and throwing the ball. Usually he will not just drop back and sit in his pocket. He is a very mobile quarterback. The ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line of LD Bell. And that'll bring up a big second down and 14. So Bell starting to move the ball, has a holding penalty called on them. And let's see what Bell can do in this situation. Once again, Presnell will be rolling. He's rolling out to his left. He's going to keep the ball. And he picks up a few yards. It'll be a big third down and 9 or 8.
I don't think Presnell is fast enough to run on this quick Beaumont team. I think he needs to sit back in his pocket or roll out to one of the ends and dump it off, or I don't know, maybe a slant or something.
It looked like an option play, rolling to the left, finding no one open and looking for some space to run. Beaumont being able to contain Presnell on the play. We'll have 2 men split out to the right for LD Bell, 2 men in the backfield. Mike Muncie is in the football game. Throwing to Randy Bernard. Incomplete pass.
I think it's about time for a fake punt right here. What do you think, David?
Well, LD Bell has been able to pull off the fake punt several times this year. They do it probably better than any other team in the state of Texas. This Bell offense is actually probably the best in the state of Texas, but they really haven't been able to do anything tonight against this tough Beaumont team. They are going to punt it away. Toby Emerson gets away an excellent punt. Fair catch called. Bell, and it's going to be a touchback. So Toby Emerson getting away another excellent punt.
He's going to put the Beaumont Westbrook Bruins on their own 20-yard line.
So LD Bell moving the ball, but then the holding penalty cost them on that drive. There is 3:26 remaining in the third quarter, with the Bruins leading 14-3. Both teams have all their timeouts. We'll see 3 receivers in now for the Bruins. Landry will hand it off. Stacked up at the line is McCarty, getting nothing on that play. Good converting on the play by the LD Bell defense.
So far this year, the LD Bell Blue Raiders have only allowed 198 yards per game. But the Bruins are moving on this Blue Raider defense, and the Raiders need to shut them down.
And the Bruins have 186 in the football game. It'll be a handoff again to Jerry Ball. He's cut down number 21, Tony Moore, in on the play, so that'll bring up a big 3rd down and 2. .217 and counting down.
On the year, Gerald Landry has completed 47% of his passes and has had 19 TDs, 14 interceptions.
Landry likes to throw the football. It'll be handoff and a 1st down. Jerry Ball once again running up the middle. .11th 1st down of the night for the Bruins of Westbrook.
The Bruins are now moving on this Raider team, and I don't think there's any way that this Blue Raider defense, even though they are great, can shut them down.
Bruins have been able to mix up their plays very well. We'll see 2 receivers in now and 2 men in the backfield. We're going to have Colbert split out to the right. Landry pitches the ball back to McCarty. McCarty picks up a couple of yards. It depends really where the referee spots the ball.
Looked like he did a lot of running to the side and just a couple yards up the middle.
They're going to give him 5 on that. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. And we'll probably see just 2 or 3 more plays in this 3rd quarter. The Bell Blue Raiders are down by 11. The score is 14-3. Bell is not known for the ability to score quick,
but they need to today.
Flag on the play.
Looked like it might have been holding against Westbrook.
It is going to be against the Bruins. Flag thrown right at a Bruin. I believe the penalty will be on number 53, Billy Ray Thomas, the center. It was another 1st down, but they're going to bring this one back. There is 48 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
There'll be a 10-yard penalty.
It'll bring up a 2nd down and 14 yards. Possible passing situation right here. Bradley Johnson has come into the game. We'll have Colbert in there also. And August will be split out to the left. Handoff. Johnson fumbles the ball after the play, is whistled dead. He gets out to the 31-yard line.
Nothing doing on that one. He might have got 4 or 5 yards on that one, but he was shut down pretty quick.
Well, it's a big 3rd down and 10. In a situation with long yardage, the Bruins will probably pass, but they have been known to run in this situation. That is the end of the 3rd quarter.
The Bruins have been able to rack up 215 yards in the first and second half to the Bells' 83 yards.
We'll have Randall and Colbert in. We'll also have August Blatz left. This is a possible passing situation to have 3 receivers in. Landry is going to throw. He has a man up the middle. It's Carter. Carter is going to be short of the 1st down. Excellent play by the LD Bell Blue Raider defense.
David, it looked like he just stopped there to find a place to run, and the defender on the play just came up behind him and racked him, took him to the ground.
John Nichols was able to get him, so that'll be a 4th down and 2.
Nichols has been a great asset to this LD Bell Blue Raider team.
We'll see Kevin Randall punt the ball away.
This is it. The Raiders have 11 minutes and 25 seconds to score twice.
Brett Harris back in the football game. Him and Nampton will be back. It's a ball. They're going to try to throw the ball. He throws it. They've done this once before. They completed it. There's a flag on the play. They're going to bring it back.
What a play. Number 15, the punter, I don't think he was looking to pass. He kind of bobbled the ball, and he ran around to the left side of the field, and the couple of Raider defenders were all over him, and he just lofted that thing in the air.
Mike, they've done this before. They did it in the semifinal game against Judson Converse. They said it was planned. They bobbled the snap. The snap was over the punter's head. He picked the ball up and completed a pass for a touchdown. But this one will be called back.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Bruins.
I don't think they'll try to do that one again. LD Bell finally gets a break in the football game.
So now the Raiders take over on the Bruins' 39-yard line.
LD Bell, excellent field position now. We'll have 2 men in the backfield. It'll be handoff. Quick 2 or 3 yards for the Raiders. Tom Jenkins on the carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 7 for LD Bell. This could be the break that LD Bell has been looking for. That would have been a long 1st down for the Bruins, but it was called back due to a penalty. So, 2nd and 7.
The Raiders have new life now in this 4th quarter of play.
Greg Preston on the quarterback. Hobart was the center. Big hole. Tom Jenkins. Tom Jenkins. He could go. He's brought down inside the 5. Excellent run by Jenkins. Mike, the key to that play was the offensive line opening up a big hole.
And they've done that so well this year. And Tom Jenkins hit that hole, and he was gone. He could have been gone all the way, but the defensive back was just riding him down to the 3-yard line.
All of a sudden, the big momentum has changed the other way. LD Bell.
The Raider fans are on their feet. They want this touchdown, and they want to get that ball back and punch it in again.
We'll have 3 men in the backfield. Possibly go to Ward. It does. Tom Ward, touchdown. LD Bell Blue Raiders.
And Tom Ward has done that so good this all year long. It has brought new life to this LD Bell Blue Raider team.
LD Bell cuts the gap. 14-9. Randy Davis will be on to kick the extra point. Tom Ward has scored 19 touchdowns this year on the ground. That'll make his 20th, and he has scored 1 through the air. He is the man for L.D. Bell inside that 5-yard line. So Randy Davis on to kick that all-important 2-point conversion, 1-point conversion.
That possession only took 4 plays, 4 TD, and the extra point. The score is now 14-10, Beaumont.
The momentum has changed so quick. It's almost unbelievable. L.D. Bell not known as the big play team, but Tom Jenkins making an excellent run.
David, you got to know that those people in the L.D. Bell side of the stands want this game very, very badly. Phil Clark is coming in to kick off for the L.D. Bell Blue Raiders.
And all of a sudden, Mike, this has become a very exciting football game.
14-10, Dave. Yes, it is a very exciting game.
L.D. Bell has now 127 yards. There is 10-10 remaining in this ball game. Kicking the ball across the field. It's going to go out of bounds. That'll move the ball back 5 yards. Kicking the ball towards Darryl Colbert. Darryl Colbert is one of the men set back deep to return the kick for the Bruins. The other man is number 42. That's Johnny Norwood.
So far in the second half, the Bruins have been penalized 2 times for a total of 15 yards, and the Raiders have been penalized 5 times for 5 yards.
And those penalties,
1 time for 5 yards.
Those penalties have been big ones indeed. It was on to L.D. Bell's opening kickoff when they tried an onside kick. It did not materialize. Bruins took over the ball and were able to score a McCarty run. And now Bell will attempt to kick the ball off again.
And Randy David comes in to kick. He's the long booter, and they'll let him boot it away.
Randy Davis, who is also one of the defensive backs for L.D. Bell. Excellent kicker. He has not missed an extra point this year, and he has kicked 8 field goals, including 1 tonight. He is 51 of 51 on extra point attempts. Neither one of these teams has scored any 2-point conversions, which could be very important in such a close football game. And Mike, the 2 coaches before this game got together and decided that if this game becomes a tie, they will be co-champions. No winner on penetrations or first downs. So Davis boots the ball away. It's going to be Norwood at the 20. Norwood trying to get around the right end. He's got some blocking, but he's brought down at the 27-yard line by L.D. Bell.
Of the Bruins 27-yard line. That's where they will begin play.
Well, there's 10:04 remaining. Both of these teams have done something they don't normally do. They'll be able to get a big play. And this Bruin team been able to do a lot of ball control. Wing formation. It'll be handoff, 33, McCarty.
Nothing doing right there. Maybe 2 yards at the most. He was stacked up by that big Bell defensive line.
L.D. Bell's defensive line is led by Ron Astrodome, the number 76, the big nose guard.
And here come the Bruins.
Three men in the backfield once again. It's a pitch out.
He got the first down and more yardage.
An excellent block by the fullback on that play. Another first down for the Bruins.
That block by the fullback enabled McCarty to ramble on well over the first down marker.
Well, Bruins penetrate inside Bell territory. It'll be first and 10 from the 48. Bruins in I formation. Handoff once again, Ball. Ball picks up a first down to the 48-yard line, 49-yard line of LD Bell.
That's going to bring up a second down and about a yard to go.
It's going to be second down and short. 9 minutes remaining. LD Bell needs to stop this Bruin team and get the ball back. They can't let the Bruins score again.
If they are shut down this Bruin team, that's all
they're down only by 4. It'll be McCarty once again. McCarty picks up the first down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
McCarty is one of the premier running backs in the state of Texas.
Once again, the Bruins using ball control. Clock is running down. 8:38 and counting. Lance Alberry is coming out of the game for LD Bell. There is a timeout on the field.
And the whole Bell defensive unit goes off the field to have a talk with the coach.
That timeout was called by the Raiders. The first downs, Bruins have 14. The Raiders have 6.
David, is that in the half or in the game?
That's in the whole game. Bruins able to move the ball from their 25-yard line, 27-yard line, inside Bell territory to the 43. Back out on the field comes the LD Bell Blue Raiders defensive unit. And off the field for the Bruins comes number 71, Keith Zotch, once again. We'll see Darryl Colbert in as wide receiver. The quarterback will be Gerald Landry. His center be number 53, Billy Ray Thomas. Running out of the wing. Handoff to Cardi, brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
An excellent play by the two Bell defenders. They just were on top of him. They got off the ball very, very quick.
John Caesar in on the play, and also number 40, Lance Auberry, the linebacker.
That was about a loss of 1 on the play, David.
There's only been 1 interception tonight. Greg Presnall. Lance Auberry has 3 on the year. All 3 of his interceptions came in 1 football game. And it was a very important football game. 3 men in the backfield. Landry faking a handoff. He's looking downfield. He has Colbert. Colbert, excellent catch inside the 5. Flag on the play. It's going to be against Bell.
David, what do you think the call is?
The call will be against LD Bell. Probably unnecessary, not roughness or a face mask. Colbert just stringed his body out and made an excellent catch.
That is one of the finest catches I've seen this whole football season.
From their own from the 44-yard line of LD Bell to LD Bell's 5. It was a personal foul.
Did you catch who it was on, David? I didn't. I didn't see there was a foul, but we're not the officials.
Landry, sweep to the left. McCarty down to the 1-yard line. Brought down by number 10, Steve Brook. The final game of the year for both football teams, the final game in District 5A play. This is the state championship. First year in existence for this Bruin team. This is the furthest any team from Tarrant County has ever come. The LD Bell Blue Raiders. And still behind the line of scrimmage, Jay Bell on the play. He fumbles the ball. You're right, Mike. And the Bell Blue Raiders recover it.
Everybody is ecstatic on the LD Bell Blue side of the field.
Mike, if this Bruin team would have been able to punch that ball over, you may as well say this ball game's over. But now LD Bell has new life. One play, and all of a sudden, Bell is back in it again.
And I think everybody in those stands on the Bell Blues Raiders side of the field and the coaches were hoping for a fumble recovery.
Well, Mike, opportunity is knocking at the door for LD Bell. Let's see if LD Bell can open that door up and score. They've got a long way to go from their own 3. LD Bell, handoff up the middle, not much on the play.
There's nothing going there.
I believe that was Darren Darden on the carry. They'll give him 1, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. There's 6:40 remaining. We'll see Darren Darden come into the game now for the LD Bell Blue Raiders. These fans are on their feet. LD Bell side of the field, they're on their feet. Bruin side of the field, they're on their feet. Handoff once again, maybe to the 5.
There's nothing up the middle for the LD Bell Blue Raiders. That Bruin team is just shutting down the run at this point.
Tom Jenkins on the carry. LD Bell in a throwing situation. They're going to give him 0 yards on that play.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down, 8 yards to go. They gave him 1 yard on that play.
There's inside 6 minutes. The clock is counting down. 14-10. Bruins leading the Raiders. Raiders have a man, split left, split right. Fresno fakes once. He throws.
It looked like it might have been.
There should have been pass interference on that play, Mike. There should have been pass interference.
And I think they'll call it that. It was. No, they won't. They will not call it.
Number 15, Kevin Randall, pushed Stacy Howard, or I believe it was Stacy Howard.
That was a poor call by the officials. It wasn't even. They didn't even call it. It was poor judgment.
The referee was right there, and he said that it was Howard who ran in to Randall. So LD Bell will have to punt away deep in their own territory. There's 5:41. Toby Emerson, who had 1 bad punt tonight, but the rest of them have been excellent. We'll have 2 men back to return the punt for the Bruins. Once again, excellent punt. Caught at the 42-yard line. Tripped up and down at the Raider 48. Brought down by number 44 of LD Bell. Once again, the Bruins in excellent field position. There's 5.5 minutes remaining in the football game. LD Bell not being able to move out of the 5-yard area in their own territory.
There's a flag on the play, and it's going to be against the Bruins.
Well, that'll set them back. If it's at where the player caught the ball, they'll probably spot it at around the 38-yard line. And they're putting it in between the 37 and 38.
That'll be offsides on the Bruins.
Bruins so far have not had that killer instinct, not being able to put away the Raiders when they had a chance. LD Bell fighting back strong. Timeout on the field, officials timeout. The Bruins have more than double the amount of yardage that Bell has, but there is only a 4-point difference. That tells you what kind of game this has been. Landry on the keeper. He finally pitches it out. Excellent play. Carter could go all the way. He's brought down. Finally brought down by Randy Davis. Carter almost went all the way on the play. McCarty, excuse me. Well, once again, the Bruins are starting to drive the nails into the Raider coffin. 5:21 remaining.
The Raiders have got to cause a turnover right here if they hope to win this game.
Landry, the quarterback, 2 men in the backfield. Run up the middle, ball inside the 10 to the 8. Brought down by number 76, Ron Cedrone. That'll bring up a second down and 7. 5 minutes left to go in this all-important state title bout. The winner of this game gets to go home with the state crown on their heads. The loser gets to know the satisfaction that they were good enough to get this far. Handoff ball, touchdown, Jerry Ball. Well, score is 20-10. The extra point will make it 21-10. 4:39 remaining. Season is on the line right here for the LD Bell Blue Raiders. Raiders feel as if they have to win to make their season worthwhile, as the Bruins do also. And right now the Bruins have the upper hand. Bell, through the year, has been able to capitalize on other teams' mistakes, but tonight they have unable to do so, and it's cost them on the scoreboard. 21-10. They are down by 11 once again. Mike, if you look at it from a scoring standpoint, LD Bell will have to score twice. They could score 2 touchdowns, and then of course they might be able to score 1 touchdown, get the 2-point conversion, and be able to kick a field goal to tie the ball game. But the possibilities of that happening right now look very slim indeed.
The Blue Raiders, if they even hope to win with only 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game, they need to take the ball down in less than a minute, get a touchdown, kick an onside kick, recover the football, and go for another touchdown.
Eric Goffia will kick the ball off. Kicking it towards Ward. Ward takes the ball at the 5. He's out to the 10, the 15, the 20. Look out, 30-yard line. For a second there, Tom Ward had a big hole, but the Bruins were able to close it. So with 4:33 remaining, LD Bell gets the ball at their 30-yard line. They will have to travel 70 yards to put at least 6 on the board. LD Bell has not been able to converge on 2 extra points this year. They have tried several times, but have been unable to do so. Fresno is going to throw. He's rolling to the right. He has a man open downfield. It's Stacy Howard. Howard out of bounds. Good play.
That'll be a pickup of about 11 yards.
So LD Bell picking up a first down. First down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Stacy Allred to the left. Fresno is rolling to the left. He's looking for Allred. Allred's not open. Allred trying to come back for the ball, but the ball was thrown short. He was open. His defensive man slipped. So I'll be second down and 10.
Looked like Fresno might have been a little bit beyond the marker when he threw that ball.
He was rolling to his left and throwing across his body. That is a very hard thing to do for a quarterback. Very few quarterbacks have been able to master that technique. That is probably the reason why he underthrew the ball. So once again, the Raiders step up to the line. They'll have two men split up left and right. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Tom Jenkins, close to a first down. He gets it. Good call. So LD Bell picks up another first down.
Tom Jenkins has been blasting through those holes all day. I think that if Bell had started running up the middle very early in the game, they could have kept within touchdown of him.
Well, there's 4:05 and counting. First and 10 on the 45-yard line. We'll have two men split out to the left. Flanker is Muncie. Once again, hand up the middle. Close to another first down. Aaron Darden on the carry. Bell has two timeouts left. Bruins have all of theirs. Another first down. 17 first downs for the Bruins, only 8 for the Raiders. 3 of them coming on this drive. 34-yard line. Fresno rolling to his left again. He's going to keep it. No, he's going to throw it. It's intercepted. This could go all the way. Brought down by Tom Jenkins.
Fresno should have just gone ahead and ran the ball instead of throwing it.
Darren Colbert, who scored the first touchdown of the game, intercepts the ball. Mike, it looked to me like Fresno was going to keep the ball and run with it, and at the last second, he threw the ball, and it was all Colbert's. So there's 3:25 remaining in the ball game. Bruins in excellent field position. Second interception of the game thrown by Greg Fresno.
David, I think that things might have been different if the Raiders had been playing in Texas Stadium. They would have the home field advantage. They would have been knowing what they were playing on. They came here this morning, and they hadn't even been able to practice on this field. The Raider team, this Raider team, is a lot better, I think, than they're showing right now.
Well, the Bruins definitely do have an advantage as far as home field goes. Their hometown is only 70 miles away. They have played here 6 or 7 straight times. It'll be a handoff to McCarty. McCarty getting not much on the play, maybe 1. But they'll just run out the clock. LD Bell might have a chance to get the ball back. 21-10. Well, what got the Raiders here has been their demise tonight. Turnovers. And in so many cases, that is usually what happens. A team will key on a certain area and be able to capitalize on it. And then in a big game, it just all falls apart. New quarterback in. Number 40 on the carry, that's Walter Barkley. Number 10, Ethan Shaw, the second stringer, is in. LD Bell calls a timeout. They have 1 more remaining. It's a 3rd down and 9. It's been a long season for both teams, Mike.
It's been a good season for both teams. Westbrook has lost 4 games, and those games were very early in the season when the coach was still finding out what players to play permanently.
a consolidation of two different schools, and they had to sort of mold the players together. And you got to tip your hats to both of these coaching staffs for doing excellent work with both these teams. Out of 164 teams that started out in the District 5A playoffs, these are the only two remaining. And there's only going to be one at the end of this game who will be on the top of the hill. This LD Bell Blue Raider team has been underrated all year long. This game by the Harris rating system was a pick. They thought this game was even, but they were going to give just a little edge to this Bruin team. So the Bruins drive another nail into the Raider coffin. Another first down by the backup quarterback, Ethan Shaw, to number 31, Vincent Arena, backup fullback. 2:30 remaining and counting down.
Arthur Jenkins leaves the field.
Both of these teams have had excellent fan support today and all through the year. Could go. Number 40. That's Walter Barkley, tripped up, stumbled, and is down at the 13-yard line. So it'll be another first down for the Bruins. That is the 19th first down for the Bruins on the night. They have an unbelievable 382 yards against the stingy Raider defense. Pitch out. McCarty's going to take it in for another touchdown. Well, there's no doubt what the outcome of this football game is, but I believe they're going to bring it back by the way the players are acting on the Bruin team. It is against the Bruins, and they're going to nullify that touchdown by McCarty. It would have been his second of the night. But they're going to bring that one back. Bruin team mixing up their plays very well all night long. The LD Bell Raider defense was rather sporadic. Not really able to start any long drives, control the ball. They looked good, and then other times they didn't look too hot. It's tough to be up 16 straight weeks, and that's what this Raider team has been. And they're a better team than what they've shown tonight. They just had their letdown at the wrong time of the year. It'll be a sweep to the left. Once again, number 40 on the play.
There's a turnover, and the Raiders have the ball.
Well, Mike, I don't want to say that we might have been a little premature, but I'm sure that teams have come back and scored 22 points at less than a minute 28. But LD Bell really hasn't been able to get on track tonight. They'll have to break open a real long one, Mike, to get back in this ball game.
I think they'll just go for the bomb and try to get on the scoreboard so it won't be that bad of loss.
We have Kenny Coburn in as the quarterback. That'll be second down and 10. So with 1:25 remaining, the Raiders have the ball on their own 14-yard line. We're going to have Stacy Aller split out to the left. Mike Muncie is out to the right.
I wish those girls would be quiet.
Coburn overthrows.
I wish those girls would be quiet over those cheerleaders.
So a big 3rd down and 10. Kenny Coburn has not seen much action this year, but the action he has seen, he has been able to run the ball in twice for touchdowns. He was for a while last year the starting quarterback for LD Bell. Before he got injured, Fresno was the starting quarterback last year, but he was injured. Then Coburn was injured, and the 3rd-string quarterback turned out to be Tom Ward. So Coburn is going to pass again. Flag is down on the field.
I think that was a cheap shot, Dave. There was no call for that hit right there.
You're quite right, Mark. Well, 3rd down and 10. The ball was on the 14. Let's see what the penalty will be.
It'll be against the Bruins.
Well, that'll give the Raiders new life for a little while anyway. Raiders have 1 timeout left. They've only been able to get 8 first downs. And gain only 164 yards total. I really don't understand why the Raiders don't have Greg Presnall in. They still have a chance in the ball game.
I think that they're going to put in Kenny Coburn because he might have a better arm at throwing long distances, Dave.
Try to...
Plus, maybe give him a little bit of playing time in this state championship game.
We'll have Allred in. Also Muncie. Handoff Darden. Darden down to the 30-yard line.
Darren Darden has played a excellent game today. And so has Tommy Jenkins.
2nd down and 2. Clock is churning down. 55 seconds. I don't understand why LD Bell's not trying to score, Mike. I just don't understand it.
I think they are. I think they're just trying to get some first downs there. Get some playing.
Coburn. He gets a lateral off. We're going to lose yardage on the play, though. They're going to call the ball down. There's another flag down. Number 35, Collins caught the pass. It's another flag.
And number 23, Stacy Allred, tried to advance the ball on a pitch. The penalty will be against the Bell Blue Raiders.
.35 seconds remaining in the ball game. In the state championship football game of 1982 for the District 5A. LD Bell won their district with a 10-0 record. This Bruin team was runner-up in their district, 2nd place with a 6-4 record. But they have been able to go all the way through the playoffs without a loss. They had 1 tie and won the game on first downs. But they have come a long way, this Bruin team. And they have played like a championship caliber football team. 2nd down and 20. 27 seconds. Coburn is going to pass. He's got a rush on. He's rolling to his right. He throws downfield. He has trying to hit Mike Fielder, but it's underthrown. It'll be 3rd down and 20.
Something. These Bruin fans are already celebrating. They're dancing in the aisles. All of them are on their feet. Whereas over on the other side of the field, the LD Bell Blue Raiders side of the field,
there's 19 seconds remaining in the football game. Commanding 21-10 lead for the Bruins. Left 2 receivers to the right. Coburn, the quarterback. They're going to hand it up the middle, around the right side. It's Tom Jenkins, number 34. 12 seconds remaining. Bell calls her last time out.
It's been a exciting game for both sides of the field, but this Westbrook team has dominated. Not only in yards rushing, yards passing, first downs. They look like an all-together ball team.
They have what is considered college caliber talent. Several players on this team highly recruited by the college ranks.
They're big and they're fast. I don't know what else to say. They look like college players.
L.D. Bell, what possibly could be the last play of the game. It's 3rd down and 18. Kenny Coburn is the quarterback. Have 2 men in the backfield. Fielder in. Coburn is rolling to his right, looking downfield. He throws the long bomb. It's going to be intercepted. Flags down on the field.
Flags all over the field. And there is the end of the game. With the score, Westbrook 21, L.D. Bell 10.
Well, the football game is over. The 1982 season in high school football in the state of Texas comes to an end with the Beaumont Westbrook Bruins winning the state championship in a game that will be remembered by both teams' fans and the players as a very exciting occasion. This is David Matheson.
And Miguel Marshall
signing off from Houston Astrodome.